Yo, yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight, we're going to be playing more Victor. Kansas City's right around the corner. It's going to be here this weekend. I'm actually leaving Friday after work to get into Kansas City, so I'm pretty excited. I don't know, I'm pretty excited to go to another calling. This has been probably the biggest year that I've had for like going to big events and just like playing as many things as possible. So I've really enjoyed like just getting out and being able to play in bigger events. And so I'm super pumped to be able to go to another calling this year before we get to the last ProQuest season of the year and before we get to Worlds in Philly in November. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. We're playing Victor. I have pretty much settled on the list that I'm going to be playing. We might tweak some cards here and there between now and this weekend. So it's looking pretty good. Chris, Mekado, Ben, Rose, Trent, Brock, oh, excuse me, Luke, Ryan, what is up, guys? How are you? Audio is cutting out? Hope we can sit next to each other and not play all day again. Dude, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Hey, Martin, what's up, buddy? My audio's cutting out? Huh, is my audio like still having issues for some reason? Because it looks like it's coming through clearly on my end is why I ask. It looks like it's coming through very clearly on my end, is why I'm asking. No, it's fine. Mikado says it's fine. Okay. Hey, what's up, Josh? Definitely need some reclash luck, but that's okay. That's okay. Reclash luck is fine. Let's go ahead and pull up the deck and kind of talk about it here. If my audio gets weird, let me know. I like to look at it and see if we can get it fixed. I'm not sure what's going on, though. Okay. All right. So it seems like audio is coming through just fine. I don't need music. Hey, Leaks, what's up, buddy? I just noticed, just got here and everything seems fine. Okay, cool. All right. Yes, I have decided that I am going to bring Victor to Kansas City. So yeah, we're going to be playing Victor in KC, which should be really good. This is the same 80 cards that we tried to play yesterday. Yesterday, I started a stream and we've got about 3 games in. Before I ended up having to cut the stream off to go get a leak fixed in my house. There was a leak in one of the pipes in my house, so I had to cut the stream off to go get that fixed. Curly and I have since been able to get that taken care of, work on getting everything dried. We got the hoses replaced. Excuse me, we got the hoses replaced, and we are working on getting everything dried. We got this big box fan and a shop vac going in the bathroom, trying to get it all fixed and going. So, yep. The leak is good. Thank you guys for checking. I appreciate y'all asking and making sure everything's okay. Victor has felt really good for me. I mean, I had a pretty good run with Victor in Singapore. So we're hoping to try and run this back into calling this weekend in Kansas City. We'll see how it goes. I was on Iracopium until Saturday. Saturday was a rough day at the office for Ira, and honestly, I just decided that I don't really want to be trying to like go back and forth on what I should be playing. I'm just going to pick a deck, I'm going to stick with it, and we're going to play it, and that's how it's going to go. Hey, Havoc, let's go. Raiding with a party of 2. Havoc, thank you so much for the raid, man. I really appreciate it, brother. It means a lot, dude. Hope your stream went well, dude. Hope your stream went well, man. I am super glad to hear that you were streaming and that you were able to... Excuse me. I'm super glad that you were able to go live. Let me sideboard for Valda here. Oh yeah, I've got to create a Valda sideboard guide. I keep forgetting that I don't have one. It's the same thing as playing into Victor. It's the same thing as playing into other Guardians. It's just the same sideboard plan. So we're on Chokeslam, Crush the Weak. We're on E-Strike, 2 Pummels, 3 Rouse the Ancients, and 3 Zealous Belting, and we don't bring in any of our other clashes. We just play Test of Strength. There's a lot of Dominate in the Valda deck, so... Went 4-2 on Victor myself. Yo, let's go, dude. That's awesome. Ooh, pitching a put them in their place? I'm okay with that. I think I'm pretty okay with them... pitching put them in their place. Ooh, Base of the Mountain is kind of spicy. That's kind of hot. I don't know, it's kind of hot, dude. I mean, I agree. Ira feels super strong. I think I'm just leaning into like what I know, for sure. I'm just leaning into what I know and something that I understand very, very well. I agree. Ira's in a very good spot. I think we're going to make a surge and throw disable because we're able to try and pressure the Arsenal a little bit here. And then we can also Arsenal a Chokeslam for a 2-card play next turn, which I like quite a bit of. Is Victor better than Valda? I believe so, yes. I believe so. Ooh, they're on Command and Conquer on their list. Spicy. Spicy. Well, I was going to say if we're able to keep a few cards, we can go E-Strike Go again. But I think we're going to block like this, throw Chokeslam and Arsenal Rouse the Ancients and just set up. I'm very surprised to see that they're on Command and Conquer. It tells me that they're on a more like value Guardian game plan and not just trying to high roll with Valda. I've been really trying to crack Edge Ira for Kansas City. How's that been going, Jacob? Have you had a lot of success? I am playing it safe. So, guys, I've decided that I'm going to play Victor, not because I think Valda's bad or not because I think that Ira's bad, but I've ended up on Victor because I know Victor like the back of my hand, and playing a deck that you know really well gives you an edge into the rest of the field, at least to some degree, to some varying degree. So I like being able to do that. I like having the knowledge of knowing exactly what I'm playing against. I mean, this has pummel written all over it. If they pummel, we end up taking 7, discarding E-Strike, and then swinging for 4. I was like, this has pummel all over it, but I don't really think we're supposed to give up equipment here. I think this is fine. We're going to discard the E-Strike, swing the hammer for 4. Not a great start. Being able to fall behind on a pummel feels kind of bad early on, but that's okay. The 2 floating, it jumps out at you, doesn't it? Hey, Dave, what's up, dude? I learned from Nationals in Vegas that playing what you're comfortable with is always a better choice. I 100% agree with that. Even if it's not always the better deck, I think playing what you're more comfortable with leads to better results over the course of a long tournament. I would like to win this clash, but if we don't, it's not the end of the world. I was like, yeah, it's got to be something good, right? The crazy part is like they also get to block a ton on this hand, so it's not like we're able to just like really do something cool. We are going to reveal these. Like the 7 Seismic Surge tokens is not great for us. Double Seismic Eruption is a power swing turn for them. What's your gravy plan? To enjoy a quick lunch. I'm kidding. We do have some gravy sideboard tech, but admittedly, it's a tough matchup. I have some cards, and I currently have 2 blow for a blow in my sideboard to help with it. Like I have 2 blow for a blow in my sideboard to help with that matchup, but we know they have a pummel in their hand. I mean, I think I'm like okay with being pummeled here. I don't know, like we were able to get a lot of value off this, so they're gonna play the pummel from their hand. And we'll take 9. I think I'm gonna discard the headbutt here. Do I want to save these or do I want to play one? I'm not going to make any Might tokens, but it would turn on the rest of them if we played it here. I think we'll just set up. I think we'll just wait. I think we'll just set up a surge and leave it. Have you tried Blanche instead of blow for a blow? I don't think Blanche does enough in the sideboard of Victor. I think it's better in like an aggro deck, right? There won't be many Synders this weekend. I agree. I think everybody's kind of learned that the deck is just not that great. But I do think that there'll be a lot of Assassin this weekend, and there'll probably be a lot of Gravy this weekend. So I'm kind of hoping to get a little lucky and like dodge some Gravies. But I don't know that I have Like, I have a plan. I just don't know if it's good enough is the problem. Okay, so the 2 searches means that they're going to throw disable after this, so we want to block... I guess we can block like this and take 3, and then we can... I was like, see what happens from here? This feels fine, though. I mean, the disable doesn't really do anything. So I guess we'll just take 3. We'll swing Hammer and Arsenal Command and Conquer, I think is going to be the plan here. So I honestly don't think Gravies are going to be on this like less defensive plan. I agree that Blanche is very good. I'm not saying it's not good. I just don't think that Gravies are going to be on a very like non-defensive plan. I think Gravies are going to be on a very, very defensive plan with Valda being out and like other things being good in the meta. So I'm skeptical of like how much we can get away with like trying to play batter to a pulp and things like that. We'll just block 9 here. This is fine. They haven't gotten much use out of their shield, which I feel pretty pretty good about. Like they haven't really seen many windows to use their shield yet. I just don't know that there's really going to be a sideboard plan that works into Gravy. At least not like a good one. Not like at a high level, in my opinion. Like you might get lucky with like batter to a pulp or something here or there, but I think you just kind of have to hope to high roll them. I think Zealous Belting's great. I'm on 3 of Zealous Belting in my sideboard. Fearless Confrontation's also going to be a really big problem, Jacob. I agree. I love that the meta is still healthy and seems pretty diverse. Seems like the best CC meta I've seen since I've been playing Fab. It's. I mean, I don't know if I can jump on board with that statement or not. I don't know how quickly I can jump on board with that. I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong. I hear what you're saying. And, like, there is a lot of diversity in the metagame. But, like, also, like, I don't know. I just feel like the last 3 metas have all kind of, like, been the same. There's always, like, this deck that's gatekeeping everything else. And I don't know. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, the power level of the game is going to have to come down if they're going to get rid of older heroes. Because even, like, a time and a half, like, LL points is not going to matter on so many of these heroes. And I think, like, a great example is, like, Bolton or, like, Bravo or, like, really, like, I mean, I would say almost any mid-range strategy. Gravy gatekeeps a lot of the mid-range strategies. Slippy is just the superior aggro deck, so it gatekeeps a lot of the other aggro decks, in my opinion. So I don't know. Like, I struggle with saying this is the most, like, healthy meta we've seen in a long time. Maybe that's a feels bad because of Gravy Bones and Verdance into, like, the fact that I'm playing Victor. It's very possible that that's, like, a mental thing for me and not actually how the meta is shaping out, but that's how it feels in my head. Then it feels diverse, but it's really not. Yeah, like, no, I agree with what, like, Randy just said. Can you beat Gravy? If not, have fun. Like, I think that's yeah. I think that's very accurate. I'm worried about dying with equipment. I mean, we know they have a Spinal Crush in Arsenal now that they've showed it to us, so, like, this is fine. We're just gonna pummel, we're gonna pummel the Golden Sun, I think. Or maybe we want to pummel Spinal Crush. I think Pummeling Spinal Crush might be the way to go. I don't know. Golden Sun's harder to block, I guess. Just watch your Ira stream from this weekend. Will you ever play that again? Oh, I'll definitely play Ira again for sure. Like, I'll definitely play Ira again. I just like we had a little feels bad this weekend, but yes, I will 100% play Ira again. The deck's too good not to play again. And like honestly, the reason that I'm not playing Ira this weekend in Kansas City truly has nothing to do with how the stream went on Saturday. I just make jokes about it. I'm not playing this weekend because I don't have enough time to create the diverse sideboard plan that I want to. Man. This is tough. Like, we can't even, like, jam our hand in front of this is the worst part. I think I'm just going to bottom crush the week here. I mean, that's fine. E-strike for 7 is okay. Because it means I can arsenal this pummel and try to set up a hand that does better. Having to put Riches on the bottom off of that clash earlier felt kind of bad, to be honest. Is Humble actually overall more useful than Blanche? Humble seems pretty good, but probably not more useful than Blanche specifically for Gravy, if I had to guess. I mean, sure, dude, and if you're enjoying this meta, that is not me trying to... Like, if you're enjoying this meta, I'm in no way trying to drag you down. Enjoy the meta to the moon and back. Like, please. Absolutely enjoy the meta and your hero. Like, I love that for people. I love hearing that. 2, 4, 5. Take 4, go to 1, and then try to pummel the Golden Sun. Does not feel like the way to go about this. It would force them to give up most of their hand. I don't know. This kind of feels wrong. Am I playing Rampart against Gravy? I am not, no. Sure, Humble has like good text into other heroes. I completely agree. I was just stating like specifically from the point of Gravy Bones, I think you're better off to play Blanche. But yes, it does have better other it does have text blocks against other things for sure. I mean, yeah, you just like it, Josh, because Dory just farms Gravy Bones. And like that's okay. Again, there's nothing wrong with that, man. That's fine. What are you going to do if you run into a fatigued Betsy at Kansas City? I'm going to concede and then go have some lunch. I'm kidding, obviously. I'll do my best. I'll do my best without trying to, you know, berate my opponent like we did on Saturday. Are you locked for Victor for calling KC? Yes. Fikri? Yes, I am, for sure. We are 100% locked in. I'm curious to see what they banish here. I guess they can't add them to the chain. Is there anybody in the chat who's a judge? Does this work that way? Am I able to cheese them with Golden Sun through base of the mountain? Does that work? Did my opponent do this incorrectly, or is that just how that works? Does Overpower just get around that? I guess they can only add one thing like that? Yo, that's cool. Well, okay, so chat's, so some people are saying yes. Okay, so some people are saying yes, and a couple of people have said no. You can't beat Mountain with Overpower. Randy said doesn't work versus Overpower, only Dominate. Okay, so Base of the Mountain is glitched right now, it sounds like. It sounds like it's glitched. So if they add another card to that, instead of taking 9, they would have been able to add, they would have added 4. So they took 9 from 5 to -4, which means if they would have added the other card to the chain link, they would have added 4 power, because they would have added 1 to the base and then to the legs, and then they would have added 1 to the 3. Gets around Dominate, not Overpower. Okay. It sounds like we're having a pretty general consensus after we're hearing some more thoughts that it does not get around Overpower. Overpower cannot cheese you with the base mount, the legs in play, but you can get somebody with Dominate. What it sounds like. I think we cheesed our opponent with boots. With Mountain, boots not working right on Overpower. We would have gotten all 4 cards if it worked off Pummel, then look to close the game. All right. Well, I think that even I probably should have looked at the rest of the cards there to see what it would have looked like. But I think we would have gotten there anyway. I can't say for sure, but I think we would have gotten there anyway. Overpower is really overpowered. Yo, I like that, Zero. I like that. Hey, Graham, what's up, buddy? Oh, so it did work correctly. Okay, I'm getting very mixed emotions. I'm getting very mixed signals right now. All right, time to put our plan to the test and see how bad it is. This is going to be a very good this is going to be a very good game to play. All right, so we've already lost by not going first. We've already lost what we wanted to do. We are on let's see. I don't have a Nothos in. I want to try it with a Nothos and see how it feels. That's what my gut's telling me. All right, so we're on 2 Blow for Blows. We're on 1 Chokeslam. We're on 3 Crush the Weak. We're on 3 E-Strike. We are on 3 Rouse. We are on 2 Trounces, and we're on Zealous Belting. This is currently what I'm playing. I'm not playing any Pummels because I don't know that Pummel's where we want to be. So we're going to try it with a Nothos and see how it feels. My current sideboard guide is set up to actually play Small Hammer into this matchup, but we will see how it feels to have a Nothos in this match. I don't like playing the Midas Touch in this matchup normally. It's a consideration that if the matchup gets bad enough, we might have to play a 1 of Midas Touch to try to snipe smaller things. But I refuse to hit Gravy Bones with it. I'm not running the new Clash card into Gravy Bones, but we might try it and see how it works out. With, 3 full days to test this week, when I say full days, I mean nights, obviously. But with 3 nights to be able to test this week, I will look at a few different options to see how it feels. The Clash doesn't work on allied attacks, but there are a lot of physical attacks in their deck, Jonathan. Okay, all bets on James said Judge here. It worked correct. Overpower restricts what can be added to the chain, where Dominate specifies 1 from hand. Okay, so it does. So James, just to clarify here, if you're still here, it does not work on Dominate. So Base of the Mountain gets around Dominate because it says 1 from hand and they technically go to the Banish Zone. But because Overpower just says 1 or more action cards, it does stop it. Is that correct? I just want to make sure. I don't like the new Clash card against Gravy. It's very possible it's not good. It's very possible it's not good. Yo, they're going to go like crazy. They're going to be able to put 2 allies into play. And if we draw a blow for a blow, it'll be fine, but... Okay, so that's how it works. Okay, so we'll go back and change up our notes after this. That overpower Golden Sun's actually insane. Which is good to know. I mean, I like knowing those kinds of things. That's good to know. Love, hate with Midas Touch. I've been debating on if we just need more methods of demanding damage. Probably. I honestly, one thing that I like about having, one thing that I really like about having Batter to a Pulp in the sideboard is that it does demand blocks. Ooh, Sawbones from hand? Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's play the Goldmane Estate here. You love to see it. Yo, Zero Cup. Thank you for that sub on YouTube. Appreciate you being here and hanging out. Guys, if you are here for the first time, you're new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new, and they are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me more about yourself, guys. I would love to get to know more about you while we are hanging out and playing games tonight. It would mean a lot. Also, by the way, guys, I don't talk about this very often, but I was 11 subscribers away from 3,500 coming into the stream tonight. So if you guys are hanging out and you've not subscribed, it would go a long way in helping me out if you hit the like and subscribe buttons. I would really appreciate it. All right, so throwing 5 seems like a pretty good place to start. We're going to break the combat chain. I'm going to activate Tectonic Plating, and then I'm going to throw a Nothos at Limpet here. I would rather leave the Sawbones in play and kill this. I'm not surprised to see Limpet hop along. Limpet hop along is one of their best allies against us. It's so good. It's so good against us. Okay. We have a pretty decent hand here. If they don't try to steal my gold token here, I will 1010% just be looking to... Excuse me. I will 1010% just be looking to throw Golden Sun next turn. Hey, let's go, James, dude, with 12 months of Prime support, dude. James, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, brother. I know you hang it on YouTube mostly, but I appreciate you jumping over and sharing that love on Twitch, man. It means a lot. You should try Jarl. This new meta does well into Valda. I mean, I don't like, my biggest concern is not really like doing super well into Valda though, right? Like, as good as like that sounds, like we're more interested in like being able to like do well into like, you know, Gravy Bones. And like maybe Jarl, like if you're able to get Compass in the first 3 turns, Jarl seems pretty good, right? When avoiding Tectonic into Gravy, it gives them an opportunity to activate Chum at the beginning of the turn. I think I'm actually okay with them activating Chum though, right? Like that's fine. Hey, Paul Richardson, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. Means a lot, man. Really appreciate that. Yo, let's also, Graham, dude, Graham, thank you so much. Paul and Graham, thank you guys so much for subbing on YouTube. I really appreciate y'all helping me get to the 3,500 and hanging out. I was like, is this the same Graham that I played against in the online army the other night? Is this that same one? I think we're just going to have to give him the gold. It feels bad, but I think it's just going to be the plan. We are going to block. No, actually, we're not, right? So we're going to have to keep this hand. And then we're going to go again into Sawbones, into Golden Sun, into the Humperdinck here. Yo! Nicholas Newsteed, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube as well, guys. I really appreciate the support. It means a lot, guys. I really appreciate it. I appreciate it a whole bunch. Hey, Twilights, what's up, buddy? Hey, Shinobi, what's up, man? My man said the one and the same. Dude, well, I appreciate it, man. It means a lot. I enjoyed getting to play a game against you the other night, man. It was nice to meet you and get to hang out with you, brother. I just used Peck Perfect on Ira, who was on 6 life. 2 turns in a row and stripped 7 cards out of their deck. I mean, I think in that situation specifically, it's looking pretty good, right? I think the problem is you have to get to a board state like that where it's good. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Hey, Libby Meckler, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube as well. I really appreciate it. It means a whole bunch. I appreciate all the love and support, guys. You guys helping me get to 3,500 really means a lot. Not that like 3,500 is like a crazy goal. It's just like cool to get to 3,500 while I'm hanging out with you guys. Because if I cross it while I'm not live, like, you know, it's fine. But like, it's cooler to do it while we're here together, right? Slippy did not name that armory deck. Anything is better than the horse? Yo, get out of here, dude. Josh, the horse is great. You're the one that's been telling me to play it, bro. I think we're gonna take 3. I think we have to take a little bit of damage here. I mean, yeah, we have to throw it at Whaler. Like if they had the fearless confrontation, it is what it is. We just have to do it, I think. The new dominate boots to force to batter to a pulp. Somebody was talking to me about that, about playing batter to a pulp and the new dominate boots, and that seems kind of cool. I don't know how good it lines up in theory, though. Like, I would have to test it a little bit to see if it's any good. Like, maybe there's a world where I just change my deck around a little bit, just play games against Gravy and see how it feels to see if it's good enough or not. Into Vincent, at least it's unwinnable. I mean, we already had a decent Vincent matchup, right? Like, we didn't have, like, this insane Vincent matchup, but we had a pretty decent Vincent matchup beforehand, I feel like. Another Sawbones. Okay. Was really hoping to be able to hit them with a Spinal Crush this turn, but it's not looking very probable here. Yo, let's go. Martin with 10 months of Prime support. Dude, Martin, thank you so much for the 10 months of Prime support, brother. I appreciate it. It means a whole bunch. Thank you. I think we're better off trying to Arsenal CNC, right? So that we can try to attack their Arsenal. Or maybe Spinal Crush is just a better card to force things out of their hand. I think we'll just block 6 here. This seems okay. Just try to save some life here. Well, yes, Carly and I were able to get the leak fixed and get everything taken care of yesterday. Thank you for asking, Valk. I appreciate it. We had this big box fan running. I mean, putting it into play and attacking with it seems pretty good. We are unfortunately going to have to go to 23 here. I'm feeling more and more frustrated. To take one step at a time. There's no need to rush. It's like falling in love. Learning to fly. I've been listening to Jordan Sparks while I'm at work, so that's what you guys get to listen to tonight as well. You guys just didn't know it yet. Hey, Bing, what's up, dude? Let's get an Adult Blaze Armory deck. That would be really cool. If they made an Adult Blaze Armory deck, I'd probably play Wizard. I've been debating playing Verdance, honestly. Been debating playing Verdance. Okay, Diamond Amulet with Go again to gain an action point. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Need them to have a physical attack here. I guess that's true. Vincent is able to use the call for backup pretty well. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Seems like something they could use. We don't like Verdance around here, dude. Randy, are you playing what you were playing at the Richards, bro, this weekend, or are you on something else? Well, of course we hit Riches of Tropaldani. Oh, never mind. That's okay. Never mind. So we make a Vigor token. I mean, sure, it's fine, I guess. We needed to win that. It'll be in the bag at least, not committed. I do think Talishar Verdance is quite decent in the Gravy. Wait, do you mean like people who play Verdance on Talishar? Is that what you mean, Pedro? Blaze for Life, my favorite hero. I think Verdance is not favored into Gravy, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure Gravy is favored in that matchup. At least I'm pretty sure. At least that's what I was told. Not another Verdance. I mean, to be fair, Verdance is like a mid-rangey hero. She fits into like what I like to do very well. And it's kind of like a puzzle, which I enjoy, but not like a Kano puzzle, like a real puzzle. Like, I enjoyed the Icelander puzzle. I was not very good at it, but I enjoyed it a lot. Well, we were able to, like, dodge a little bit of a turn there. If we get hit by Pummel, like, they're living in 2050. I'm just going to cry. They are going to gain an action point. Okay. I mean, that's less than ideal for us. Take this info from someone who is not going and has not tested it all. Sarath, that's hilarious, dude. Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny. Oh, I love that. I mean, Acilio's not bad. I think Acilio's at a decent spot in the meta. I've been saying that for, I mean, hell, I've been saying this since the beginning of June, and I just refuse to commit to the deck. Too many cards needed. I mean, honestly, that's one of my biggest reasons I've never gotten into Earth, is that the amount of money I have to spend to get into the class is kind of ridiculous. I'm hoping that Himmel gets back to me. I asked Himmel how much it was going to be to get 3 copies of Rainbow Foil Test of Iron Grip to my house by Thursday, and I haven't heard back from him yet, so I'm kind of hoping that we can make that happen, because if not, I'm going to be looking to buy them when I get there. Definitely Gravy favored. Oh. It's not very cash money of you. We have to take this in case we don't draw a blue off the top. Oh, we knew the Wallop was there. That was bad. I was supposed to block 5. I knew the Wallop was there from the Trounce. Especially when I play Bale, then it's like 60-40. Lol. The shade. The shade is uncanny. I guess we'll Arsenal the Blue Debilitate and see what happens. Wait, the weapon Talishar? What? I mean, guys, like just to make sure I'm following here. I know what the weapon Talishar is, but like, what? My brother in Raw. On Brazilian group chat, people have 70% in their gravy bones with it? Yo, really? I'm down like 10 games to Annabelle. I mean, Annabelle's very good. Annabelle's a very good player. Which would be more toxic, Mastery Pack Runeblade or Mastery Pack Illusionist? I mean, I personally think Illusionist without a shadow of a doubt. Unless Mastery Pack is like, you know, we're not really going to give your class any support and we're just going to pretend to. If that's what Mastery Pack means, then yeah, then like probably Runeblade. But if you had like an actual Mastery Pack for Illusionist, I think it would be insane. Illusionist needs 0 help. In fact, I think this Illusionist doesn't need any help at all. Because I am 110% a firm believer that right now we're playing against a Runeblade. Like, 1,000 billion%. I hear it has the next best expansion slot for Gravy. Oh, dude, that cracks me up. That's too good. Yep. See, and this is the problem, is that they went 3 or 4 wide. So, like, they're able to go wide like this and then still have the capability, like, they're pushing damage and applying things to the board. I don't know. I'm kind of surprised LSS didn't give us any support for this matchup. Like, Battered to a Pulp's not enough. Not when you gave them a 1-card, like a 2-card 6, but it's a 1-card 6. Oh my god, what is this hand? Especially if we're drawing like this, we're cooked. Should have gone for lunch, dude. Dave, if I was hungry, bro, I would have. If I was hungry, we would have been like Audi 5000 out of here for lunch, dude. You know it already, dude. I think we gotta take 3 here. This matchup is cursed. I mean, yeah, like that's also a reason I'm skeptical. Like the fact that like Fearless Confrontation exists is a reason I'm skeptical to like jam the leg piece into my deck and see if that's good enough. Like I'm already like skeptical that like nothing we do is gonna matter, but like is there a world we're just supposed to like I think there's honestly a world where we're just supposed to like cut our sideboard tech for this matchup and just pray to God we don't see it. I think that might be our only plan. I straight up think that might be our only plan. When we were on Batter to a Pulp, when we were on 3 Batter to a Pulp and 2 copies of Blow for a Blow, we had it like we were still super unfavored. I mean, I won 0 games against this deck at in Singapore. So I don't know that there's like a just an answer to this deck. Unless you're like literally just dedicating 9 sideboard slots or something to it. Oh, we lose a clash. That's so funny, dude. Yeah, I actually think I'm really starting. So during national season, I did an interview with Liam Holden, champion of the people, which his full name or nothing, and when I had the ability to catch up with Liam, we were chatting and we were like talking about whether like what his sideboard plan into Gravy was, and he literally said, "I'm hoping I don't play it." Like that was his game plan. Was he said, "I'm hoping I don't play it." So maybe we actually just jam 2 Oasis Respites in the sideboard, and we just try to have more Verdance tech. And we just Arsenal one for like, I mean, I don't know that like it matters when like if we're able to keep our life total up, it could matter. Ayo, it's only 7. It's only 7. Welcome to the show, Grady Bones. I love that movie, The Campaign. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. It's Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis, and it's supposed to be like a comedy about people running for office and like what it's really not like, but it's honestly kind of scary that that's basically what it's like in the U.S. Peck Perfect is amazing into Verdance. Okay. Sure, it will be everywhere in Kansas City, but I mean, it's probably hope we don't see it or bust, right? Because I mean, I genuinely think we may just have to commit to like losing this matchup. The campaign is too real. I could not agree with you more. That is like literally what our political society has turned into. It genuinely makes me sad. And like I'm gonna be honest, I really don't care who you think is right in the world. Like, we fucked. We live and we learn to take one step at a time. There's no need to rush. It's like falling in love or having some lunch. Yes, I know that's not what she says. Before everybody's like, because I'm sure that's exactly the noises you guys were making at home when I sang the wrong words. Victor is a meta call of hoping you dodge the gravy and kill all the gravy counters. So you want to tech for Slippy, Ira, Acilio, Dio, and Verdance? I actually think Dave's right. Not that I've ever really said Dave was wrong about anything specifically, but I agree. Yes. Good. That was the plan anyway. Not really, but I was going to kill the Limpet Hopalong here. My man's about to be like, hey, Fearless Confrontation. So from this point in the game, if we were to have a turn where they did like basically like let's say they put us to 2 or less this turn, and we were to get Compass off the board, I don't think we could win the game. How are we feeling into Prism? I love the Prism matchup. I play a 1-of Midas Touch in the sideboard just for the Prism matchup. Like, a lot of people like think it's for other stuff. It's not. It's for Prism. Gross. Sure. No. Yeah, like, I agree. We will play some number of Gravy Bones. The Singapore Calling is a great example. I played 2 in, like, what, 11 rounds? I played 2 or 13 rounds. I played 2 in 13 rounds. And basically, even with my 5 sideboard slots at that high a level, I had to go into the tournament knowing that I was X and 2 before I did anything else. We think Wyeth could beat Gravy Bones? It's hard to say without seeing the rest of the set, right? It's hard to say without seeing the rest of the set, but it's possible. Hey, we won a clash. You love to see it. You love to see it. So should I build Gravy to have the best deck? I mean, there's a lot of things that, like, kind of, like, I feel like counter this at the current moment. And it's weird because Dave is 100% accurate with what he just said. You are playing Gravy Bone. You are playing Victor to beat all of the things that beat up on Gravy Bones is the objective. So I think it's a very good deck to build into. Plus the Armory deck kind of helps you get into it. I always try to fatigue Gravy Bones with Rampart and 3 Overload. I feel like that probably, like, and I don't mean this to sound rude, but it probably just doesn't work, right? We have to block this. They're going to put Onka into play, activate Dead Threads, attack us for 6. I'm going to block 3. And then I'm not going to block. We're just going to take it. Because this game's over. This game's Jover, as they say. This game's so over, it's bad. We're just going to take 6. I'm not going to draw this out. We're just going to say good game, opponent. Say, oh, I don't have to concede. It's already over. Yeah, I don't know. Gravy's just cancer? I mean, I think Gravy's, like, actually... So, I'll be entirely real with you guys. The biggest problem for Gravy Bones is the biggest problem with Gravy Bones is the Guardian matchup. Like, there's a lot of, like, decks that have game plans into it. Even some other, like, what I would call mid-rangey aggro decks, like KO, have an okay plan into Gravy Bones, I think. It's just really, like, Guardian has no interaction with the deck is the biggest problem. So here is how the, like, I'm going to put Gravy Bones into the illusionist category for just a second. So if you look at OG Prism, you could never beat OG Prism. It was like a 10%er maybe playing Oldham, like when you were playing into Prism. Then we come to new Prism with Victor, and Victor's favored in that matchup because you have like 40 poppers in the deck, and you just have a really decent overall game plan all the way around. Excuse me. Then we go to Gravy Bones, right? And now looking at Gravy Bones, we have no way to interact here. So we have no way to do anything. So I actually think that it is, like, not a bad deck, and it's a good way to build this style of a deck. I think the biggest problem with for us specifically is the Guardian matchup. Like, it's a pretty fair board state hero deck. It just feels bad for Guardian. Try mid-range Kasai in the near future. If it was like a true mid-range build and not like a Draw Swords version, I'd be in to play something like that. If Guardian had item destruction to blow up all their gold, would that help instead of blowing up token auras like they have? I don't know that blowing up their gold, it would help, but I don't know if it gets us there. So Valk, we could very well, like, use our sideboard slots. So, like, if you look at our sideboard and, like, we cut like a Midas Touch and we add in the third blow for a blow, we'd have to add in Batter to a Pulps. we'd probably have to add in, I'm trying to think of like what all the Uber go again is. So like we're on E-Strike, we're on Zealous, we're on Rouse. We'd probably have to end up on something like Scar for a Scar or Performance Bonus. Like we would have to dedicate like 12 sideboard cards to, I think, make this matchup like 40%. So we might actually just abandon it entirely. Praying we see a crush card that actually interacts with allies. Guardians don't need the Go Again package as long as they can get some crush cards that act like Midas Touch. I agree, Thunder, and I thought we were going to get that in the set. The Go Again, Bluke's right. The Go Again is the biggest problem for Guardian. That and the fact that like we can't like pop anything with Phantasm really hurts us. Yo, what's up, Damien? I'm not even convinced it gets to 40%. You could very well be right. Like, it's very possible we jam 12 sideboard slots into our deck and we never get to 40%. It's very possible. So, I genuinely think, like, hang on. Is there a way to see my, like, overall... I don't use this tab very often. Speaking of things, I need to fill this out really quick. We lost to Gravy Bones. Did not see 2 sideboard slots early and was too far behind. Need to Omega high roll to win. Okay. So I'm going to change my notes on the Valda game. Base of the Mountain does not play around Overpower. And we closed the game out with it. We closed the game out with Golden Sun and Pummel. Okay, so we've updated our log and all of our testing. Let's talk about the Gravy Bones matchup. Let's talk about data. We're gonna look at my results specifically here. For what it's worth, I've played way more than 175 games with this deck. I did not start like counting my games. I had never used the play on Talishar feature, so it wasn't tracking my games. Yeah, I'll update my matches after the stream for sure. I can filter Gravy at the top. Oh my god, this is so nice, dude. God, thank you, Phil. Thank you, Phil. Okay. We have a 40% win rate into Gravy, which means at a high level, you probably have to take at least 10% off. I would say at least 10%. So that's how I think about this. And I want you to look. My wins were when I was winning early when the deck came out. Like when the deck was still being figured out. And you're seeing a lot more red over here now. Now, this is my personal results playing the deck. If my win rate is 40% playing into this deck, you have to cut at least 10% off of that. And I really think, like, if you look at everything from, like, the end of June and forward, I don't know how to, like, change the date or whatever. There's no deck versions. I've never changed the deck versions. Ooh, is there, like, a comp CC thing? Wow, there is. It drops to 32 when we look at comp CC, Classic Constructed. Yeah, it drops to 32%. So, like, I think the matchup is just not good for us. Like, this is just a rough matchup, and we should probably just abandon hope. Yeah, the 3,500 games, Michael, has been played by my community. I think I have, like, the highest... I think if you look at Victor decks, I have the #1 played Victor deck on February. Not that that really matters for anything, but it's kind of nice to know that everybody, like, trusts my opinion a little bit. Although, to be honest, my opinion would be basically worthless without the help of you guys. Like, you guys go a long way in helping me make sure that I'm prepared for events. Kasai's new card, chef's kiss. Kasai's new card is fantastic. I played some mid-range Kasai over the weekend and really enjoyed myself coming from Guardian. I like Kasai. It's a fun hero. I like anything that's mid-rangey. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, like, with these 2 sideboard slots, what do we want to be on? This is what I've been playing into other things. We could play Erase Face as, like, a good way to try and... add some, like, hate for the, like, Cinder matchup. It's decent into Verdance. It's pretty good into, Acilio. It's good into any elemental hero, I guess. I blindly believe anything you say about anything ever. Val, brother, I appreciate it. Please don't do that. I'm a boob when it comes to life a lot of times. I have 350 games since new left on Slippy. That's not been that long, Michael. That's pretty cool. I don't really want to add in defense reactions. I don't think defense reactions are going to solve our problem. Are we supposed to be on Clash of Might to be more aggressive right now? Like, is there any world we're supposed to, like, cut wall up and play, like, Clash of Might right now? Erase Face is also good against Valda. That's very true. It is very true. I don't like having more 2 blocks in my sideboard. It does scare me. Thoughts on playing Miller's Grindstone? I actually really like the idea of playing Miller's Grindstone. I've been giving this a lot of thought lately, Drew, so it's very interesting that you bring that up. It's like, dude, you like living up here in my head, bro. I've been thinking about playing this card a lot over Titan's Fist lately. It would really depend on, like, what... I'd have to look and see what all matchups I play Titan's Fist in over on Othos. 1,300 games on Fang is crazy. I'm always down for more clashing. I mean, more clashing does seem like fun. I mean, you're 100% right, Dave. So I had this conversation, and I actually think this is one of those things that I think is important for everybody to kind of understand. And like, we'll stop talking about the deck for just a second here, but I want everybody to kind of hear this when I say this, because I think this is a decision that we don't, like, learn to live with. I am taking Victor to the Kansas City Calling, and if I play 3 or 4 Gravy Bones a row in the Calling and I don't absolutely high roll them, I'm going to lose. And that's okay. I'm taking a deck saying that this is a bad matchup, and if I play against it, there's a high chance I'm going to lose, and I've just come to terms with that. This is card games. Like, that's just how card games go. You play a deck, and you hope to hit good matchups, and you hope to get a little lucky, and if you don't, you lose, and I am content with that. So I just personally think that, like, not enough people come to terms with that when they go to tournaments. And don't get me wrong, I'll still feel bad. It'll still feel like bad beats, but it's just how it is. Just how it is.
Go. You love to see it.
Hey, Captain Jack TCG, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. I appreciate that a whole bunch. Guys, if you are here for the first time and you're new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. And they are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourselves. Sorry, I'm making notes about things I've talked about on my stream. The trap questions are great, dude. So is the Gravy the only bad matchup then? Verdance is not great, but we're going to try and use some sideboard slots. We're going to try and use some sideboard slots to make it okay. We're going to use some sideboard slots to make it okay is the idea right here. So, looking here at our sideboard, we have 2 open slots right now that I'm currently doing nothing with. We could also cut the Midas Touch and just hope to not play Prism. Like, maybe we need 3 sideboard slots for something else. I would have to see how that changes my sideboard in, sideboard out plan for things, but... Also, you could get paired into Mario and Slippy, because Mario's Slippy matchup is so Mario favored. I mean, that's facts. Like, it's things like that that matter. Like, do we cut Midas Touch? What about backup? I'm not sure what you mean by backup. I don't see any cards over here that, like, have backup in the name. I mean, I like Yellow Boulder Drop, dude. I think Yellow Boulder Drop's hot. For the Verdance matchup help, he found a playable route, but needs some luck. Pretty sure it's just Miller's, AB2, and 2 Oasis. That is exactly what he was doing. It's exactly what he was doing. Oh, call for backup? I've been running Tunic with Pummels and Tectonic Platings with Iron Grip. It helps a lot when you know your role in a given matchup. I completely agree. Smashing Good Time is a great Verdance card. Do we sideboard that in? Do we just jam Tunic back in the deck? I mean, I do like having Tunic in that matchup a lot. And then 2 Smashing Good Time? Yo, that's actually kind of interesting. Oh, because we would have to cut the Midas Touch to do this. I mean, do we want to cut this? When you make your deck choice, for instance, if blazing data shows the following in paper callings: 16% Slippy, 11% Gravy, 9% Syndra, 6% Verdance. Yeah, so I think that's one of the things that scares me is that Prism's in that 5%. Getting locked out by Prism does feel really bad. I don't have Midas Touch in the deck for Gravy Bones. I have Midas Touch in the deck for Prism. Like, it does prevent us from getting looped like Michael's talking about, but I'm debating if we want it. Or do we just want to be on one smashing good time? Or maybe we just don't play Tunic. I like having access to 3 pummels, though, and Tunic helps us play them easier. Let's try it. Let's try it into Verdance and see how it feels. We can always decide to come back to Midas Touch later. No! Oh, there it is. Okay. I hate when it does this and it won't let me type. It's because my Patreon's not connected correctly. Play Call to the Grave against Gravy for the memes. LOL. Trust the Midas Touch? Dude, love the commercial reference there. Yeah, I mean, you should loop Guardians if you can, and Midas Touch is basically like, just like trying to help us into that. Also, guys, if you're hanging out and you're a Verdance player, come play games against me, please. And Midas is your only answer? Man. Are we about to cut something else to play one of Midas Touch? Are we about to cut something else to play one of Midas Touch? Hey, it's Brick! All right, Verdance. This is how we should sideboard like this. Okay, so we want Smashing Good Time, all 3 pummels, all of our Go Again cards, for sure, and we want Choke Slams. And then we want Zealous Beltings as well. So basically, I'm replacing my Trounces in this matchup with Smashing Good Times. I think I can live with that. I think that's pretty good. Let's try it. I mean, you know, like, fuck it, we ball. Let's see what happens. It's worth testing, right? Yo, is that already a Command & Conquer pummel? What if I'm a wannabe Kano player? Please stay away from me. I mean, I'm kidding. Like, I'm glad that Brick's playing Waning Moon into us because that's 110% correct. You are supposed to play Waning Moon every single time. Yep, whatever Brick wants to undo is perfectly fine here. I agree. This is what testing's for. I mean, we need to block as much damage as we can here. If we don't draw a blue, it's going to feel really bad. We need a blue. Drawing a blue is what matters. For what it's worth, I do agree with... I know there was a couple people in chat who made the comment that you need to play Midas Touch because it's Prism's 1 out against you, and I completely agree with that sentiment. Like, I think it's correct to be playing Midas Touch. Like, Midas Touch is a great, like, out and prevents them from looping you. I think we're just going to throw 7 and Arsenal the Visit. We just need to get aggressive here. Getting more mites into plays where we need to be. I don't like AB3 in this matchup because the only thing, like, AB2 stops a lot of the things except for the taller arcane spells, and AB2 most of the time has the effect we want. Yo, Brick took 7? That's terrifying. Sag. Sag. No waning moon there? Surprised? I mean, yeah. Ah, it's not what I wanted. Click too fast, Zach. Much like Icarus, I flew too close to the sun. Oh, yeah. I mean, the Scour's tough, right? Peck Perfect would be really good in this matchup. I really want to see how Smashing Good Time does, but Peck Perfect could be really good in this matchup. I'm going to queue up with a 75 card Decimator Great Axe build. Oh, God. Yo, Brock. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Yeah, the Scour's rough. The Scour's rough for sure. The ladies chat really want you to play the Peck. I mean, dude, to be fair, Peck Perfect does seem stonks in this matchup. It actually does seem like hella stonks in this matchup. Oh, no. Oh, no. God. Brick's almost turned on. And the mental block? Yo, if he puts another potion into play, we just cry ourselves to sleep here. Every day of the week. I remind you of Shane Gillis, and you won't expand on why. Pause Areno, big dog. Pause Areno, big dog. Scour was put on the bottom. Yep, this is going to be 11 go again into a choke slam. I remind you of Shane Gillis and you won't tell me why. That's crazy, bro. By the way, guys, I have no idea like how many like subs we're at right now or anything, but I was 11 subscribers on YouTube away from getting to 3,500. So if you're feeling generous and you want to hit that subscribe button on YouTube, go a long way in helping your boy get to 3,500. I would appreciate it, guys. Yo, you did not just hit me with that grilled cheese reference he talks about with his like Uncle Danny or whatever, bro. You did not just hit me with that. Dude. I like my favorite part of that whole skit is like he's talking about like his uncle or whatever. He's like, I knew he was there. Like, I know he's making them at night. Like, when they're out at the restaurant, dude, Shane Gillis is so funny, bro. He cracks me up. Shane Gillis is really funny. I can make a hit, but it goes down, not up. Well, Josh, let's not do that, huh? How about we don't do that, Josh? How about we don't do that? This matchup is all about keeping our life total up here. So we're just going to go ahead and block 6. We're going to throw Titan's Fist, and we're going to Arsenal the Rouse here. Which matchups do you use Crown of Dominion in? I'm a big Crown of Dominion into Wizards. And there's another matchup I play it in. I have it written down. I can't remember what it is. I played it a Puffin because I feel like they clash really well. So I played it a Puffin and I play it into Puffin and Wizards. I know for sure off the top of my head. Somebody asked me earlier, when do I use Titan's Fist versus when do I use Anothos? I am on Anothos in like the Guardian Mirrors, I think is it really. I think that's the only place I'm on it in. My man said I'm laughing so hard. Dude, Shane Gillis is so funny, bro. Like, if you know, you know. You know? If you know, you know. I did not. I'm going to be honest, Michael. I had zero respect for the fact that they were going to hit us with a pummel right there. So if they would have, you like, bro, I'd have cried. Also, what is his hand, dog? What is this hand? We're like one away from being able to like do anything good here. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. Like if we had a, like even if we draw another Golden Sun, we'd be able to like play the Spinal Crush or something. We can't throw the Golden Sun. We can't throw the Rouse. We about to hit him with the old hammer. Yo, Sag. It's a bit of a depresso swing'em turn here, right? Bit of a depresso swing'em turn. And now you're feeling more and more frustrated. Waiting. We live and we learn. I talked about this earlier. I was listening to Jordan Sparks while I was at work, so you guys are stuck with that. Sorry, guys. You guys are stuck with that tonight. Also, guys, thanks for being here and hanging out. I appreciate y'all being here and chilling. We have, currently it says, according to like the little app thing that I have over here, it says there's 164 people watching. So I really appreciate, you know, you guys watching and hanging out. It means a lot, and I appreciate y'all chilling. We just want to put this on the bottom. I mean, we're just blocking with everything here. Like, I've like keep my life total up here is the game plan. But yeah, I really appreciate you. Really appreciate y'all being here and hanging out. It means a lot. If you are new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourselves in the chat. Would love to get to know you guys. I don't like giving myself an intellect penalty for test of strength in this matchup kit because there's no guarantee they attack us with physical damage. In other matchups, I love the idea of keeping it in the hand, and like I will give myself an intellect penalty for it every day of the week. But in this matchup, I don't. I think I'm content with, ooh, they're not going to do this. Yeah. I'm surprised Brick's not decomposing here. Ugh. This is a hand of all time. This is a reveal of all time. Oh. Oh, and if you're making them at night, I know he's making them at night. I know he's making them at night. God. Him talking about his uncle being so mad is probably the best part of that whole thing. Any world you send the H spot to the bottom to make them sad, it's a consideration, but I don't think overall it's worth it. We're already playing Potion Hate, so like letting Brick put one into play doesn't seem like the end of the world here. I do think that, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to. I guess I just really want to win that clash. I was hoping to have a better turn right there, but I was hoping to have like a better turn off the clash, but it's possible it's worth it. On the weekend and went 2-1. Thanks again for your input and insight. Dude, absolutely, man. Happy to help. Happy to chip in where I can. Happy to chip in where I can. I'm glad I could help. These draws are something else. These draws are, I mean, these draws aren't the worst, right? Like let's be honest, like these draws are not like us, like, you know, just steamrolling, but they're not terrible. The fact that Brick was willing to go to 12 there terrifies me. Feeling more and more frustrated. Waiting. We live and we learn. Yep. Yep, let's just come in for 5 go again. Honestly, what needs to happen is we need our clashes to line up well in this matchup, and we need to not have to, like, reclash. We need to just, like, naturally draw our pummels in a helpful fashion. Also, it's kind of weird. It's been 11 turns, and we've not seen a single freaking copy of Smashing Good Time. It's pretty unfortunate. Pummel Headbutt could be pretty good. I had not considered that as, like, an upgrade, but it could be pretty good, actually. I mean, yeah, the 4th pod is like, it gets always in my head, like it's there. I think we want to draw into this first, right? We have to make sure that, like, we can get this off from our arsenal, I think. The leftmost card is called Smashing Good Time. It is a 0-cost generic non-attack action. The next time an attack action card hits a hero this turn, you may destroy an item they control with cost 2 or less. If Smashing Good Time is played from Arsenal, the next attack action card you play this turn gets +3. So we're going to try and Arsenal this and set it up for the buff, and we're going to try to get a pot off the board here. That's going to be the goal. I'm hoping that Brick has kind of like an okay hand. Well, Brick clearly has a very good hand with the way he's blocking. I think we have to play it like this. Like, Brick took a lot of damage to keep this. Yeah, I was like, it's got to be felling or something. Like, there's nothing else that makes any sense here. There's nothing else that makes any sense. Yeah, I definitely thought there was a felling there. We're just going to block 7. I'm totally okay with just blocking 7 here. I don't know. It just... That turn had the makings of something like that. Brick wanted to get tempo on his side. We just need a hand where we can get back into the driver's seat. Second Smashing Good Time is not really where we want to be. Spinal Crush for 12 could be very good. It probably doesn't connect, but we have to be able to keep our whole hand here. This, like all of this is not lining up very well for us right now. And I'm not a fan of just continuing to take damage like this. Because this could very well be the last felling. Like, we need to stay at 27 or above. Wow. Okay. So it was back-to-back turn of E-Strike go again into felling. It's pretty unfortunate for us. This does keep us at 27, though, which is tough because, like, we really need to not take this off of physical damage. We needed Brick to not quite roll this hot back-to-back turns. If you mean Brick drew well, then yes, I agree. If you mean literally, then he's not back to pitch stack yet, Dave. We're probably back to pitch stack at this point, but I don't think he is. Of course, I draw a freaking test of strength and there's nothing there. Actually, sorry. We're supposed to play this differently. I'm going to use Tunic. There's no follow-up, thankfully. He hacked Talishar, the only explanation. All right, so Smashing Good Time into Chokeslam for 11. Now, Brick still has Barkskin of the Millennium Tree, which is kind of tough for us. This is only item, so we cannot get Ring of Roses off the board, but we do have the ability to get one of the potions off the board, which is kind of nice. Brick just knows how to draw better? Dude, Martin knows what's up, dude. We're just getting juiced. I don't want it enough. I don't want it enough. And let me tell you, Taylor told me that the other day. I was laughing so hard. Taylor was like, I told Taylor that anytime I lost a game in Kansas City, I was going to be like, I didn't want it enough, like, and just shake their hand, which I'd still think would be pretty funny. Yeah, the fact that like we've not even been able to get through any of Brick's bark skin kind of scares me. Now Brick is kind of low, so if like he has to like take an extra turn and like gives us 3 or 4 cards, we could get something happen, right? I think that was all 3 fellings, right? If I remember correctly. Yeah, that was all 3 fellings. There's 2 in the bin, and then there is all 3 plow unders are in the bin. There is 2 cadaverous tillings in the bin, so there's 1 more tilling for us to be worried about. But yeah, that's all of the fellings. Dude, drawing better is the name of the game. And I'm telling you, I don't want it enough. Clearly, I don't want it enough when we're testing. This is another example of I'm going to block 9. Also, the problem with drawing Test of Strength now is that we don't have the problem with drawing Test of Strength now is like there's not really any physical attacks left in the deck. Like there's some like Fruits of the Forest and things like that, but like things that Brick's never going to attack with because they're his combo cards. He's looking to kill me with them. I need to go to art class so I can draw better. Fang is top 8 2 callings back to back. Was there nobody else there, Camo? I'm just trolling, man. That was toxic. Even for me, that was toxic. All right, so 8, 11, 25. We're playing against Verdance. We did go second. For what it's worth, I would pick to go first in this matchup. Brick blocks with a scour. Okay. I wonder if it's going to be both modes. It is. It is going to be both modes. It's also possible that Miller's just gets us more points in this matchup. It's very real, Dave. Very real possibility. I think we pitched a Golden Sun after this. No? All right, well, this could matter. This could help us out. Uh-oh. Shit, that's not what I wanted. Sorry, Brick. Brick being a real G for being cool with me taking things back. So we draw into a Test of Strength, and then we're going to use Tunic for 2 of the 4. There's another Golden Sun coming up somewhere. Yeah, there's a few hammers that have hit that we would have like probably come close to like fatiguing out from here. I don't think there's an attack. I mean, man, Miller's could have done some real damage on fatigue here this game. Getting more and more frustrated, waiting. We live and we learn to take one step at a time. Hey, Pancake, what's up, buddy? Oh, yeah. He's just waiting for the amp card to come back around. There's 2 still in his deck. He like got rid of 1 pretty early, I think, to gain some life, if I remember correctly. I thought we saw 1 go away pretty early. Oh yeah, it's still over here. So there's 1 in the bin and then 2 more in the deck somewhere. I think Dashio's in a really good spot. If I was on If I was on, if I had more Dio reps, I'd probably be on Dio this weekend. Oh yeah, no, for sure. Like right here, if we were lucky enough to like get some rampants or like some really good like, or maybe we got some amulets. Like one of the turns that we clashed, there was an amulet on top. We might have been able to do something with that. We'd be in a really good spot. Hey, Andrew, thank you, man. I appreciate this. We did talk about this for 2 seconds. We did talk about this for 2 seconds. The problem is it doesn't matter like how it doesn't matter how like we have to be at like 35 or better to be able to stop all 4 like potions. I think it's like 35 or more. I think it's like ridiculously high number because even though we're at 25 and I've played this game with a lot of patience, it's not felt very like good. I love Dio. I'm totally down to try to play Dio at an event. I don't know if this is going to be enough, but this might be a window of opportunity for us to do something here. All right, Miller's is going in after this. We'll test it again into Verdance. Might also help us into like Syndra and like could help us into Slippy. Could like help us try and fatigue Slippy. A lot of my games have come down to second cycle against Slippy, and getting some good cards could matter. How do you like Puff and Pancake? They're running E-Pot. I'm kind of surprised that Brick's on E-Pot against me, but is 34 damage. Also does 7 pings of 1. So if we have 3 blues and a red, like just being generous, right? We block all the pings. We block the moon, and then we block one of the 34. So we need to be at 35 to survive that. And then they need to have no way to go above 2 the rest of the game. Basically, is what we're saying. I mean, I'm going to hope this is enough. The discard might be enough to get us there. I don't know. Boost Puffin seems cool. I would like to play Boost Puffin. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I would play Boost Puffin. I have no idea if it is, but this might have been enough breathing room for us to get there. She has ups and downs. That's fair. I mean, we have to have enough pressure to close the game out from here. I'm feeling more and more frustrated, waiting. We live and we learn to take one step at a time. There's no need to rush. It's like falling in love. Maybe? Maybe this is just obnoxious enough? I would have never AB'd there with Rouse the Ancients, I think. We couldn't play it, though, from our hand. Like, we didn't have a way to naturally play it, so we would have had to have drawn 2 cards, and the 5 and the 6 off the top of the deck wouldn't have helped us play it either. So I think, unfortunately, it was correct to AB there. Like, I get what you're saying. If we would have been able to play it, it would have been fine. But without the knowledge of being able to play it, I think it's ultimately, like, a worse decision than better. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the Smashing Good Time there. Now, like, this hand gets there. This hand closes the door on the game. Juice. Was talking to MinMax about the different puffin flavors. They had proved some results and that indicated that boost puffin is the best puffin, at least in the current meta. I think that's fair. Like, I think if you're gonna play puffin, you should just play. Like, if you want to play puffin, I think you should just be playing Dio. And honestly, I could be crazy, but I think Dio is probably just the best aggro deck in the format right now. I don't know. I guess Slippy has a better matchup into like other things. One step at a time. There's no need to rush. It's like falling in love. Or it's something and then falling in love, I think. This is one of those times I'm okay with this. Does Dio have a good Slippy matchup? I did not know that. Ah, shit. I was hoping this wasn't going to be enough. I was hoping they were going to be short. Dio has a terrible Slippy matchup. That's what my instinct would have told me, but... Oh, I guess the energy potion makes it playable? So 12 and 12 is 24 is 26. And we AB2, and Britt gets us. Man. How does that game pan out if... So even if we like lived, because I mean we go to -1 there. So even if we live there, Brick just gets us with the Emeritus Golding on our turn. So Miller's needs to go in the deck. Yeah. So like the 1 less damage wouldn't have mattered, right? We would have needed 2 more life, I guess. So like even without that, it would have been fine. Okay. So we learned a lot that game. I learned a lot that game. Smashing Good Time virtually did nothing. But that's okay. I think that's why we're trying these things. Also, like, I don't even know if I own this card. I don't even think I own Smashing Good Time. Oh, I opened a box of Everfest. Maybe I have some. Like, are we just gonna cut Titan's Fist? I mean, all right. I don't normally like pull up my sub deck list and like talk about this kind of stuff, but all right. So Bolton, we run Millers, which is fine. Cinder, we run Millers. Dio, we run Millers, which is a little scary. Dorinthia, we run Millers. Phi, we would run Millers. Fang, we run Millers. Florian. Gravy Bones isn't a matchup, so it doesn't matter. We would play a Nothos for what it's worth. Ira is not like a free clash. So Jarl, we play the Big Hammer. We would play it against Kano. Could matter, I guess. Kasaya feels good. KO is a cursed matchup anyway. We would probably have to resort to playing Big Hammer against them if we ran that, which I think is fine. Mario, we would play Millers. Marlin Millers, Acilio Millers. Prism, we would play Miller's Grindstone as well. We would probably never attack them for offense with it just because of the clashing effect. Puffin, not something I expect to see a lot of. Brick, thanks for the game, man. I appreciate it. I learned a lot that game. Riptide is Millers. Verdance is Millers. Azuri, Slippy. Okay, so it seems okay. So, like, actually putting Miller's Grindstone in the deck doesn't seem like the end of the world. Boys, I gotta tell y'all, it's been a long time since I've played Miller's Grindstone in a deck. Well, I guess I gotta change the rest of the deck too. That's right. I don't have Smashing Good Time on my sideboard because it's never something I've played before. And then, oh yeah, Titan's Fist. Maybe bring Grindstone back into the deck. All right, we're gonna look for another Verdance. I need to use the bathroom. I'm gonna take a small break here, and when I come back, we'll play against Verdance again. Before we do take a break here, I want to take a minute to talk about something. I have a buddy of mine. His name's Tam. You guys may know him. Tam plays. Let's see. I wonder. Let me see. We'll just pull it up. Tam streams on Twitch, and he is known for playing, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the it might be One Piece. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but he streams, or it's My Hero Academia, I think is what it is. But Tam is getting into no, his name's Tam Cardwell. It's not Pudding Tam. He is getting into streaming. Excuse me. He's getting into streaming Flesh and Blood on YouTube. And he hasn't started making any content yet, but since he's a buddy of mine, I did want to like send out his link here. So I'm going to send that in Twitch and YouTube. You need 50 subs on YouTube to be able to stream. So if you guys wouldn't care to like help him out, it would mean a lot to me. I would greatly appreciate it. I know I'm like pushing the whole sub thing a lot tonight, but it would mean a lot. I would appreciate it. And then also after my stream, I have a special treat for you guys. I'm actually going to be on the Card Guys stream tonight after this. Josh and Damien have asked me to be on for their 0 to 60 Victor episode. And so I'm very excited to be a part of that and to get to help Josh with Victor and just kind of be like a helpful ear. It's very exciting, so I'm going to get to be a part of that. Should be fun. Hey, let's go. Small Town Magic with the follow and the Prime sub. Dude, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I really appreciate that. Guys, also, if you're not in the Discord, ! Discord in the chat, we'd love to have you. Free to play in Talishar tournament. Prizes for my collection that I'm giving out to everybody. Come hang out. It's the weekend after Kansas City. So if you're not in the Discord, make sure you come hang out. And guys, I really appreciate you guys who just said like they subbed and everything. It means a lot. I do really appreciate it, guys. Thank you. But yeah. When are you joining the Card Guys team? Pancake. I don't think they're looking to add me to their team. Ed Knight fills that Guardian role for them. And honestly, Ed Knight's probably one of the best Guardian players in the world. So, all right. We're going to take a small break. I'm going to use the bathroom. And when we come back, we're going to be trying Miller's Grindstone against other decks. I want to try it against Verdance one more time before the stream ends tonight. And then if Michael's around, I want to try it against his Slippy to see how it feels, if it makes that matchup feel any better. So anyway, thanks for hanging out, and I'll be back in just a minute, guys. Kyle requested 5 subs of water. Fucking weeb. It was not water. That was not water.
Oh, here, have some water.
I was lied to. The lies. Yo, only 4 cups? Listen at this man. That is 4 full cups, Cusco. This fucking guy, bro. This fucking guy. What? Rookie numbers? Bro, Cusco's out here. Look, this motherfucker's just sitting over there with a pot of sauce going, oh yeah, I'm stirring that shit up, baby. I'm stirring it up. Oh my God, we're going crazy tonight. This is as close as I'm ever going to get to going Super Saiyan right now. So I just need you all to know how, like, back-to-back Command & Conquer Pummel turns in back-to-back games. And you know what? Just like Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm not fucking leaving. That's right. This is the kind of content we're looking for right here. The fab tutorials that blow your mind. Blow your mind. The recipe is literally just vodka and Sprite and some Mio. You know, it's the water flavoring things. You know, like the little like squirt. You like squirt the little water in. You squirt the little juice in the water, and then it's like, oh, no, this is so good. That's what it is. That's the secret sauce. I just crammed them all in my mouth. My God, this hand is dog water. Absolute dog water. I lied. You definitely did. It's your friends that you trust the most that hurt you. Can't even get my words out without laughing. Fuck. Dude, Call of Duty? Bro, dude, I'm good. I'm not, dude, I'm not even that drunk, Diablo. Dude. Ugh. Make you want to kick a fat kid at Kmart, you know what I'm saying? Am I like, who's your daddy when I walk into a room? No, absolutely not. Oh yeah, the more tired I get, the more tired. Okay, short break, and we're back. Hey, while I was gone, let's go. 7 Falcons. Thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. Guys, if you are here for the first time, you're new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me what yourselves in the chat. I would love to get to know you guys. Also, Dan CZTV. Thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate it a whole bunch. Excuse me. Let's see. Why are you using Smashing Good Time? Smashing Good Time is an attempt to help the Verdance matchup. So we are debating if Smashing Good Time or if Oasis Respite is better in this spot. So we're kind of testing it a little bit. I wanna try another Verdance game, to be honest. If Michael's around, we might if Michael's hanging out, we might play a game into Michael, because I know it's late for him and I don't want him hanging out all night because it's just super late. But if Michael's not around, we'll look for another Verdance game. Either way. Oh, Project Blue going on over here. Oh, hey, did I hit 3,500? Yo, let's go. That's awesome. It doesn't update for me while I'm live, so I don't get to see exactly what's happening. But yo, guys, thank you so much for helping me get there and making sure that we got the 3,500. I really appreciate that. It means a lot, dude. It really means a lot, guys. I appreciate it. Since we're going to play against Michael, let's just do Classic Constructed. We'll make a private game, and then Michael, bro, I cannot remember the last time I chat with you on here. There it is.
Let's freak.
Just send it to you, brother.
Go.
Just send it to you.
Love to see it.
Hey, Imong Lolo, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. I appreciate you being here and hanging out. It means a lot. Guys, we got those same 3 questions for everybody. If you're new, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And one of your favorite hot dog toppings? And also, Camo wants to know, are you making them at night? Oh, man, that's going to be such a good running joke. All right, so Crown of Providence. This is a Choke Slam, Crush the Weak, E-Strike, Test of Iron Grip, Trounce, and 2 copies of Rouse the Ancients. Because I really like Rouse the Ancients as our 31st and 32nd blues. Best community is facts. Flesh and Blood has the most amazing community in the world. And on top of that, everybody who hangs out here, you guys are absolutely amazing. I love my community so much. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. Oh, 7 Falcons. The 3 questions are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Those are the 3 questions we ask everybody. We're going to pitch Wallop. And I'm going to throw Miller's Grindstone, and we're going to Arsenal the Debilitate here. I think I'm okay with IPing myself. Can we see your practice spreadsheet? So I will say, I'm more than happy to, take a screenshot of it and show it to you guys so that, you guys can have an idea of what I go through. But if you want access to, if you want access to any of, if you want access to any of my deck lists that I'm working on with complete matchups guides, my testing data, you get to vote on what I play on a weekly basis. There's a special section of Discord for you to be in. You can become a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber. And in Discord, you get automatic access to all of that stuff. I think we're just going to try and get a little lucky here. Winning with Rouse the Ancients. The amount of times this happened is crazy. Looks like one of my hands. Honestly, though, I don't want to see this many things this early. This is not where we want to be this early on. I'm actually just okay with leaving that on top. Having a trounce for next turn feels fine to me. So nobody wins a gold here. They have an Orb Weaver Spinneret on top of the deck, and I have a trounce. What a weird hand. I mean, hopefully there's not a shred effect. Michael just said triple clash. Hello. It was a very weird hand. I agree. It is a hand of all time. He'll share notes, but have to burn your eyes later, Martin. We might be being a little dramatic when we say something like that. But I will say, like, there are definitely some like aspects of things that I like to keep for people who go above and beyond to support me, because there's a lot of great people in the community who, you know, go out of the way to, you know, like sub and like really support my content like above and beyond. And so I like to make sure that they have special benefits, you know. So don't get me wrong, I'm appreciative of everybody in the community who hangs out, but I like to make sure that everybody who goes above and beyond to support me feels appreciated. Okay. Winning into a blue feels pretty good. CNC goes to the bottom. We're going to see what the follow-up is here. Nothing. Okay. That feels pretty good. Gold main estate into Test of Iron Grip is not the best thing in the world. I think we're going to go 6 go again. Make a surge, throw Crush the Weak. Or maybe we want to keep this in hand. I don't know. It's a tough decision, to be honest. It's not like an easy thing to pick from here. You have a blank template for your spreadsheet? Match data you can share? I could definitely, like, make a blank picture and, like, post it in the Discord if that's something you guys are interested in. That doesn't bother me. I'd be more than happy to, like, make a blank template of, like, my testing data thing. Yeah, special benefits. You get to vote on what I play every week. You get access to all of my testing data for every hero I work on. You get all of my matchup guides and deck lists that I work on. I write events about articles that I go to. So, I mean, there's quite a few things that, like, I've really tried to, like, go above and beyond to make sure people have access to. If you become a gold main tier Patreon, he promises to throw one game to you at a calling. Yo. That would be hilarious. I think we kind of have to get marked here. We don't have a clash card to bail us out here. What? I'm assuming it's a retrieve card. Has to be the plan. I really want to throw Command and Conquer for 10. Okay, Spinneret also makes sense. We're up quite a bit, so, like, let's take a little bit of damage here, I think. Oh, dude, you no apologies whatsoever, man. No apologies at all, brother. I'm more than happy that, like, people, like, want to give me a hard time and, like, joke about things. I love that kind of stuff. We're just going to block 6 here. All right. Name is Dannerly. I hope I'm saying that right. Lucas? Used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! My home store started to sell Flesh and Blood. I think the amazing idea of classes, and every class has a specific game plan. Okay, cool, dude. Let's go. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying not to keep Michael waiting too long while I read messages here. Favorite topping here in Brazil? We have a kind of potato chips that we eat. I don't know if you guys have this. Okay, that's kind of cool, dude. So potato chips on like on a pizza is kind of cool. I kind of like that. Well, dude, Dannerly, welcome to the stream. Welcome to Flesh and Blood, man. We're glad you're here. I'm glad you're hanging out with us. Thanks for being here, buddy. I appreciate it. Name is Taylor. Looking for something to fill my cardboard addiction for leaving MTG. Japanese mayo, Japanese barbecue, and seaweed. I did not know that Japanese barbecue and mayo was different. That's really interesting. That's kind of cool. I didn't know that was a thing. Well, let's go. Dude, well, Taylor, welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to Flesh and Blood. I'm glad you're here and glad you're hanging out with us, man. Guys, that goes for everybody. If you're here and you're chilling, I'm glad you're chilling with us. Kind of feels like blocking this is a trap, to be honest. I hate to give Michael more cards, but Ooh, that would have been cool. Making Victor's horse a companion, that would be pretty fun. Yeah, that feels bad. I mean, I hate that they're going to get 3 cards here, but there's not much we can do about blue double trouble. It's just, it is what it is, unfortunately. We'll go ahead and block this. I mean, maybe I'm supposed to give up a card up front on that. I don't know. I'm just going to block with Test of Strength. We rip into a Command and Conquer. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. We're going to make a new Surge and then throw Command and Conquer. The game is a lot more interesting now. I have not really utilized Miller's Grindstone enough this game, I feel like. Made a spreadsheet one time for Second Cycle Crew. Didn't get used much, but I did do cool things to it at least. I'm a very big fan of the things you can do inside of spread and like inside of like sheets. Yeah, this is no Bloxies all the way. I hate just like letting that happen and it feels bad, but I don't think we have much of a choice. All right. It's gonna make the next Golden Sun or the next Goldmane estate feel pretty good. So we're gonna make a Surge, and then it's gonna be Spinal Crush for 9. We're gonna look to close the game out with a Golden Sun. How did you mess up the trap questions? I don't think I messed up the trap questions, did I? That's true. There are a lot of MTG refugees and like refugees from other games. So like honestly, like there's a lot of us that come from other games. Game is fun, I swear. Listen at him. Randy's over here like, I'm having fun. I'm having fun. I mean, I get it, dude. Fearless is ridiculous. It's bananas. Okay, so there's only one Justinic left, right? They blocked with one early, and they just played one? So, like, is this 2 pumps in an arsenal? Or, like, possibly the greatest, like, buff, like gotcha of all time? I mean, Michael pretty quickly just ate 5 there. Oh, he just said it's just 1. Listen, dude, Michael out here like trolling me, bro. Listen to this guy. I have not got my hands on Mastery Pack Guardian yet, no. You think it's worth throwing Gravy or not? What do you mean, Damien? I'm not sure I'm following your question. What does blocking 9 do for us here? They discard a card. We get some knowledge of what we want to do this turn cycle. It's at least this. We can be safe and block like this, I think. I think I'm overthinking this a little too much with Test of Iron Grip. So we block 9, which means we can cover 11. 4, 9, 12. Oh! Ayo! What a clash! Sheesh! Hitting that Golden Sun is bonkers, bro. Okay, so they get to shred our gauntlets here. I assume it was gauntlets. That's what I would have gotten. Chokeslam for 8. Man, we've gotten pretty lucky off some clashes this game. Dude, Lyth's his younger brother, but I am here for it. I think I'm going to have to get my hands on some Mastery Pack Guardian. I still have not heard from Himmel about, like, getting some cards to my house in time. I don't know. Himmel, like, I mean, like, Himmel's busy. It's not like he just solely, like, does things for me, but I was kind of hoping to, like, get an answer on some stuff pretty soon here. Getting a Toxin is so good. God, Test of Iron Grip's broken. I don't know if this is going to end the game, but God, I hope it is. Dude, we've hit some really good clashes, right? Hey, Russian, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I was kind of hoping to get some cards from Himmel because I need Test of Iron Grips for Kansas City this weekend. Dude, who needs a hammer is right, bro.
Go. You love.
Hey, let's go. Russian, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. Russian95, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate it. Guys, remember, if you're here for the first time, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when you're new. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourselves. I would love to get to know you guys in the chat. Feeling more and more frustrated, waiting. We live and we learn to take one step at a time. There's no need to rush. It's like falling in love. It's like something and then falling in love in what she said. So let's see. We lost 2 Verdance. Some hands did not line up down the stretch. SGT for Smashing Good Time did force another D-react on a hand. Brick would have arsenaled it. All right. And then we just played Slippy. We went first. We did get the win. I need to make a note about Miller's. Miller's Grindstone might have won me this game. Let's see. Against Slippy, that was the Miller's Grindstone might have won me this game was a note for the Verdance game. The Slippy note is, let's see. Clashed super well. Test of Iron Grip made blocking bonds super easy. Had so much pressure, we only swung hammer on turn 0. Oh man, only swinging the hammer on turn 0 is pretty crazy. Guys, for what it's worth, if you're just here, like you just got here recently, we have completely conceded the Gravy Bones matchup. We're no longer like looking to try and beat Gravy Bones. We're just coming to terms with it is what it is. If you play Verdance and you want to play games against me, please jump in. I need reps. What do you think of the Victor that almost made top 8? Oh, I love that. I watched that game a lot. I've been studying that game. That guy was a very good Victor player. He actually commented on my stream from yesterday and told me that he was the Victor that almost made top 8. I thought when he won, he was going to be in top 8, and it made me kind of sad that he didn't make top 8. I was pretty sad that that Anthony, I believe was his name, didn't make top 8 because he seemed like a pretty good Victor player. He seemed like he really knew what was going on. Gravy's a terrorist? Tell him, Derek, for sure, dude. I saw you at Singapore PT, but didn't have the courage. Dude, Russian, you could have come said hi to me, man. Dude, I promise. I promise. Like, if you come up and speak to me, like, as long as I'm not playing a game, I am more than happy to talk to you. Like, it doesn't matter what I'm doing or where I'm at. I will stop and chat with you anytime, I promise. We have time for a Fang game. We have time for a Fang game. Oh. That's so funny. I am like, this might be like the best chat I've ever seen in my life. That's so funny, bro. That is so funny. All right, we're going to try this again. We are looking for Verdance specifically. If you guys play Verdance, please come play it to me. I need Verdance reps to see if the hammer's going to be good enough. The note is don't need no stinking hammer. Combat Wombat. I like it. I like it. So we are on AB2, we're on Tunic, and we're on Grindstone. Chokeslam, all the pummels, all the go again. And then we're on Smashing Good Times. Sorry if I leave abruptly. I'm at work. I mean, that's okay. I just want to get a feel for how Miller's Grindstone's going to be in this matchup. That's really what this is about. I'm trying to start playing Guardians. Yo, let's go, dude. Welcome to the dark side, my friend. Welcome to the loses to Gravy Bone side. Is it crazy to just not sideboard for Gravy as Victor and improve our matchups for other hero? Dude, Spaghetti, it's 100% what we're doing. 1000% what we're doing. We have literally, I had 2 sideboard cards for Gravy. I've cut them. And we're just going to take those as auto losses. Is this the last game? Depends on how long it takes. Maybe. Depends on how long it takes. Midas Touch is a Prism card. It's not really a Gravy Bones card in my opinion, but it's not currently in my sideboard, and I wish it was. Attack me. Attack me. Avenge me. This is okay. We get to throw Chokeslam and Arsenal to Rouse. Like, this is an okay hand. Who is worse, Gravy or Enigma for Victor? Oh, Gravy, bar none. It's not even close. Like, Enigma was tough, and there was, like, hard things, like, about the matchup, and you could just get steamrolled. But if you were, like, willing to, like, dedicate some slots to it and play this, like, super aggro plan, you could run them over. It was very possible to win the game. You could get a Gravy that doesn't know what they're doing. At a calling, I assume it is an open tournament, I guess, so it's possible, but it feels highly unlikely, right? Yeah, if you're going to use Midas Touch into Gravy, it's actually just designed to be like to kill Rigor Mortis or to kill a Limpet Hopalong or something like that. You don't really want to give them gold if you can help it. I mean, I've tried playing 12 Go Again cards with 3 of them, or I'm sorry, I tried playing 14 Go Again cards into Gravy Bones with 3 Batter Tool Pulps and then 14 Go Again cards, and I was not able to get there. Like, I was not able to get there with that. So I have tried it, and I wasn't able to get there. What's your thought process on blocking Assassin? Full group with Arsenal and Slippy opens with Kiss of Death. Okay, so if Slippy opens with Kiss of Death, it's no blocks all the way. It is no blocks all the way if they open with something like that. I'm openly committing to taking the next 2 turns off because we know that they have a Cadaverous Telling here. But yeah, if our opponent opens on Kiss of Death and they took whatever I did and they have 3 cards in hand and 1 in Arsenal, I do not block. If my opponent opens on Kiss of Death and they have 2 cards in hand, I block. If my opponent like opens on Kiss of Death and they have 1 card in hand, 1 in Arsenal, I block it. It just kind of depends on situationally. Bonds, I throw 7 in front of every single time, especially if they have 2 cards or less. Because Bonds is most of the time going to be for 9. One just the Nick plus the 2 reaction equipments means that a 3 block from hand, 2 pieces of equipment, and flexors covers it up. Kind of a clunky hand. Man, I really hate to block. I'm not going to block with Zealous Belting. I'm going to block with Shield. How do you compare your mind state when you play on paper compared to on stream? Ooh, that's a great question. So when I play on stream, I'm still trying. Like, I'm still doing my best to try and win the game, and I'm doing my best to try and, like, you know, put us in a good position. Interesting. I'm doing my best to put us in a good position to try and win the game when I'm streaming, and I'm testing a lot of times. But when I am in person, when I'm playing at a tournament, I'm 100% locked in. I don't see things around me. Like, I am focused on what's happening right in front of me. Now, I'm still bantering and having a good time with my opponent because at the end of the day, this is a hobby. We're here to have fun, first and foremost. And, like, I can't say that loud enough for everybody who, like, plays this game or is, like, thinking about getting into the competitive scene. But yeah, like, when I'm streaming, there's definitely more time when I am just chatting with you guys and just kind of chilling. When in doubt, flexors 12 times? Dude. Derek, brother, you're one of the few people who won an Aurora mirror against me during that time, man. I would... You are much better than you give yourself credit for, brother. Well... The problem is this hand doesn't really block. I think it's an unfortunate circumstance where we have to take 6. I mean, statistically, we were going to hit a blue there. I mean, we could just throw Spinal Crush. I think Zealous and the Hammer still the best play here. Hey, what's up, Hammer? How are you, buddy? Seen a Valda list playing Binding of the Old Ones? Binding of the Old Ones is awesome, dude. Are you talking about the Leyline of the Old Ones? Is Leyline of the Old Ones the one you're talking about, Donzai? Because if you are, that card's insane. Leyline of the Old Ones is awesome. My short tomorrow is actually me rambling about that card. I would Zealous pass. And, like, try to set up the Spinal Crush Pummel, I guess, is, like, your idea there. I don't know. If they have, like, a felling, I guess they actually can't decompose. I'm skeptical for Zealous Pass, but we'll try it. We have to take 8 here. We don't have an option. Oh, they have the whole thing? I was like, they get to gain 2 life and do this? Yeah, I mean, I don't think we have a choice with our hand set up here. I'm on an Infinite Clash Fatigue Victor deck with 8 Scar for Scars to Fatigue Gravy, and it's been working. Yo, that's wild. It's kind of cool, though. I'm kind of about that, though, dude. Kind of about that. That's kind of cool. Kind of hot. The 10 Power Crush Guardian? Oh, you're talking about one of the new ones. I would have to look that card up off the top of my head. If you can, like, get me the text box, we can talk about it. But, like, in the middle of this game, I don't remember what it does off the top of my head. I think we have to swing this game back in our favor right now. So this comes down to 11, and that goes up to 7. They have 2 D-reacts, it feels bad. They have 2 D-reacts, it feels bad. Spinal Crush is not what I would like for it to be in this matchup, unfortunately. So it's weird because I don't like, as it feels greedy to have this hand set up, but I don't think this hand is greedy. I think this is the hand we have to play. I think we have to play this hand to try to get back into the game. It's just unfortunate that we have to take 8 Arcane to do it. If they have another D-React, it feels really bad here. Which, they're playing Verdance. It's very possible. They run like 12 or 14 or something crazy. They run a lot. Was the list played against Lupine? Oh, okay. I'll have to check that out. Having trouble blocking assassins in general? What's your tips, please? I've played a little bit. Yeah, so that sucks. I've played a little bit of like Valda into Assassin, but not a lot of it. I think you really have to lean into like Crash and Bash, Solid Ground, and I think you have to lean into like Shelters or Sink Belows in the sideboard. Otherwise, like I don't know that there's like a generic like do this kind of thing. It also depends on like what your equipment build is, because like I'm on flexors in my list and a lot of people aren't. There is not a way to play the Rouse this turn, unfortunately. So we're going to go 5 into 10. And we're going to Arsenal Smashing Good Time. Even though it's weird because like they don't have anything that we can smash in Good Time. I'm starting to wonder if my opponent's on the pot build or not. Do I have a budget-friendly Puffin deck list I can follow? I do not have a budget-friendly Puffin deck off the top of my head that I've like worked on at all. That is not something that I've really spent a lot of time on. So Dotland, I apologize. I do have a few decks that I've worked on. So like if you have any interest in like playing like Valda, or if you have any interest in playing Victor, I've spent some time working on Ira over the last like couple of weeks with Aaron from the Card Guys. I would say that there is definitely like there's a good way to get into the game with budget builds, but I don't know that I have a Puffin one. Oh, there you go. Joey's got one. That's cool. Yeah, if you guys can connect in the Discord, like Joey can hook you up. It sounds like. Joey, thanks for helping with that, buddy. I appreciate that, man. It means a lot. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Flesh and Blood has the best community. Joey, no questions asked, was ready to hop in and help. I think Valda and Victor is really fun. Like, I love them both. I just understand Victor better than I do Valda. Falling in love. It's gonna happen, baby. Sink Below from hand? What are they keeping? That's what scares me. That's what scares me. I am now? That's so funny. Jarl is obviously best Guardian. I mean, Jarl's not bad. Like, I think Jarl's in a pretty good spot right now. No! Sag. And, you know, Dotland, if you don't feel comfortable, like, sharing, like, what your budget is for what you're working on, like, in the public chat, you guys are more than welcome to, like, talk about that, like, behind the scenes. Like, that is perfectly okay. Like, you guys don't need to feel, like, the need to chat about that publicly. Why is Jarl the best? Oh, dude, you gotta ignore Josh. He goes in one ear and out the other. Jarl has a worse Gravy matchup, probably worst of all the Guardians. Really? Even though he can get Compass on like turn 3 or turn 2? You really think that, Rose? Do you care to explain why? Like, that's just for me personally. I'm just curious. So we don't get to get an item, but we do get to throw Command and Conquer for 9 and Arsenal to pummel, which I think is a good turnaround play for us. I hate Jarl. Yo, I love Jarl. Jarl's a lot of fun. When Jarl came out, my favorite part about playing Jarl is that Carly walked around the house just going Jarl matey for like no reason, like whatsoever, and it was freaking hilarious, dude. If you can get Compass early, like you can 100% fatigue Gravy with Jarl. 1010%. You can. Boost Puffin could be cheap. Yeah, I could see Boost Puffin being relatively cheap for sure. But like if that's your game plan, I can just to play around it and still do my own game. You do have the Frostbite and they're annoying, but I have so many blues. So I'm still kind of intrigued to hear you say that if I'm just being honest, because it's like getting Compass is like, sure, you can do stuff, but it makes the game a lot harder for you, I feel like. Guys, for anybody who's not familiar, once a year in September, I do what I call the 24-hour stream. Aw, Sage. I do what I call the 24-hour stream, and that is coming up here soon in September, and I'm currently putting together my giveaway packages. So I nonstop 24 hours of Flesh and Blood, and what I do during this time period is I do a giveaway every 4 hours, and then we have like subscriber like count goals that I like to use while I'm live. So that's something that we do every single December. I'm sorry, every September. September. Let's just throw disable. Which able? Disable. Such a bad joke. I love it though. I mean, if you're looking to build like a mechanologist, you could start with Dio and like buy the Dio armory deck. Oh, hang on. My cards are about to slip off this table. Hang on one second. We'll pass to our opponent and then... Waiting. We live and we learn to take one step at a time. There's no need to rush. My cards are about to fall off this table. I wonder if it's time to dust off Jarl for ProQuest season. ProQuest season's coming up. ProQuest season's coming up. Man, CNC pummel. CNC pummel. We just got to see what they do. It's all about what our opponent does. Hey, Kevin, what's up, dude? Dio Armory deck is a great way to start. 110%. Can you get away with Conquerors? Oh, Ooh, that's tough. I feel like playing Conquerors and like anything that's not Gravy Bones is tough to do. Josh did stay up 24 hours. Like, listen, I give Josh a lot of shit when we're hanging out and like playing games, but man, I will say that for Josh. Josh hung out the whole 24-hour stream. And if you're playing Pirate Puffin, you probably need to be on... You probably need to be on CNC. Way to make the Puffin list much cheaper is to cut all the helmets and use Bunker Beard or some other helmet. If you're looking for a cheap helmet to like get into the game with, you could probably buy into a, what's it called? Arcanite Skullcap. Or you might have somebody who would sell you a cheap Arcanite Skullcap. Brock. Bro. Oh, man. Thankfully, Talishar won't let that happen. But I am a firm believer that when I'm at tournaments, I say it all the time. Like, I'm like, trigger pummel. Like, I say it every single time it comes up. I think we put a pummel to the bottom earlier. Or no, I played it. We still haven't seen the third one. I mean, that's fine. If you want to play that in response, you don't have a headpiece to get it back for combos, so this is okay with me. I've yet to lose to a Jarl in paper or on Talishar. Really? Is that like counting games where like they get your compass like before turn 5? Talishar does not monitor slow play. That's true. It does not. Big facts. Big facts. Yikes. Oh, thank Christ. Thank you, Jesus. Feeling more and more frustrated. Waiting. We're going to put Pummel on the bottom. How many gold mana states are left? 1? Hey, winning with a thunk is clutch, dog. The thing about playing Dio that I will tell you, Dotland, like that, like when you're playing Dio, you are playing this ever-evolving puzzle during your turn. Like it changes throughout your turn because of what's on top of your deck. It's very intriguing. Using Golden Skyward from Arsenal is actually kind of hot. Using gold, like the Golden like Skyward, like Warden, I think is what you said it's called. That's kind of hot. That's kind of cool. The only Jarl game to get my compass was done on turn 4, and I still won. But checking my notes, I didn't send Conqueror Rig the turn before he got it. Yo. Oh, that's funny. That's funny, Rose. Yo, Spencer, do you play Dio, dude? Are you a Dio player, Spencer? Data Doll as an adult would be cool. To take one step at a time. There's no need to rush. It's like falling in love. It's not what... Hey, yo, the amount of clashes that Rouse the Ancients wins is wild. God, thank God for Dave telling me to put that in like in the matchups instead of Pummel in a lot of these cases, dude. Dude, I swear, I don't think I would win half the games I win if it wasn't for y'all. Oh, man. Chat Pog confirmed. Chat Pog confirmed. We're just going to keep live total up and block here. What type of question is that? I'm boosting Spin Dog. Dude, I was so hoping that would get a reaction out of you, Spencer. Oh, man. We rage baited Spencer, and it worked. And it worked. God, I'm so happy that got a reaction, bro. Yo, did you really get a Frank's Red Hot Sauce ad? That's hilarious. Like learning to fly or falling in love. Thank you. See, this is the things that people don't talk about. These are the things that people don't talk about. Thank you, Bryce. Thank you. We've only seen 2 fellings, right? Call it Mother's Intuition. We're gonna pitch this. An adult bard? They probably don't know how to build one. How many times has Grindstone hit? It has hit once, and we got a... What did we get with it? We got a Pulsing Ether Life. So, it's already been worth a ton. Oh, man. Ira Bard? That's interesting. We quit Ira already? I take it you weren't here to watch me crash out on Saturday, Noel. I may or may not have had a rough day on Saturday. It's not why I quit playing Ira. I quit playing Ira because I know this deck better, and I think I'm in a better position to do well with this than I am with Ira, just because of how well I know this deck. I wanted to dig into the 0-5 Ira debacle. Yo, it's not touchy in any way. It's not touchy in any way. Honestly, like we can talk about it all you guys want. Here's what I'm gonna say about my 0-5 Ira debacle. I had a very bad day. I played very poorly on Saturday. I said some things I should not have said during the stream because I was so mad. It is a side of me that like does not come out because I've really worked on like not just like letting rage fly out of my body from since I was a teenager, because I was like angry at times growing up. Like if I'm just gonna like super level with y'all, there was times when I was like a very angry teenager, and so I have worked on that a whole bunch since then. What's in our arsenal? Spinal Crush? So yeah, I crashed out pretty hard. And I crashed out pretty hard on Saturday, and I said some things I should not have said. And it was not my best moment. So I have yeah. Now don't get me wrong, some of me crashing out was funny. Like there were some bits of like on Saturday me crashing out during my stream that were actually pretty funny, I think. And there's a couple things I've debated making shorts out of because I think it's kind of funny. But there was 2 moments when I think my temper went a little too far, and I definitely was not in the right, and I feel very bad for the things that I said. Is it the Blaze side? LOL, dude. So yeah, I did cuss at my Betsy opponent on Saturday. It was bad. The Call of Duty side, I think a lot of people can understand what I'm about to say. The Call of Duty side of me came out from when I used to play Call of Duty when I was growing up, and I'm honestly, that's not the energy I want in Flesh and Blood, and I'm not proud of it. So to everybody who witnessed that, I apologize. That's not the side of me that I want. I don't want to be that person. That's not who I want to be. When I'm playing Fortnite or when I'm streaming other things, I do lean into it a little bit because I think it's funny. And I like to lean into it sometimes. But cards is not the time for that energy. And I don't ever want people to think that that's who I am. So, anyway, that's really what happened on Saturday. That's where it's at, and that's where I'm going to leave it. Guess I'm going to have to watch past the first 2 Ira games to see this. Okay, so if you watched the Betsy game and you didn't think the crash out was that bad, then I would probably say to you that you grew up playing Call of Duty games, or like you grew up playing like online games in the early 2000s where it was the Wild West of what people said. Like, don't get me wrong, I wasn't out here like slinging racial slurs or anything. Like, I'm not that crazy. Like, it was nothing like that. But it was not my best moment. I will say that. I feel like an aggro crash out is a normal day for most people. Too nice, man. James, I appreciate that, but it was rough. We're just going to go ahead and get aggressive. I think we're going to get aggressive with the Thunderquake because 11 is more than 10 and could matter. Plus, we can just like overpitch the test of strength. I haven't played COD since Black Ops came out. Oh yeah, I don't play Call of Duty very much anymore. I'm Australian, so we cuss like sailors, and I'm old enough to have grown up. Yeah. So I grew up playing like Halo 3 and like Call of Duty 4 back in the day, like with public chat. And the things that people said to them are like back then are unspeakable in my opinion nowadays. Like, so with that in mind, if that's how you feel, my crash out was like not bad, but it's not what I want in the community for cards. To be honest, it was good to see that side of you too. Proves you're human. You keep us entertained day after day. Keep being you, boo. Dude, silly. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it, man. Guys, honestly, like all of the like the support and things like that after me having what I would call a bad moment. Like I do really appreciate it. It means a lot. I do really appreciate it. And Aaron, no, it's not because Ira sucks. I think Ira's in a better position than the deck I'm taking this weekend. I just think that I will do better with this deck. I love that we're getting this healing potion right here. Into another healing potion? That's so funny. Yeah, we're going to come in with 5 go again, and then we're going to swing the hammer. SOCOM is a memory. Honestly, all of those games are like a real memory for me. At the pace this game is going, it might be the last game tonight. The 0 to 60 stream with Josh and Damien starts at 10 o'clock Eastern time. So... Miller's Grindstone, baby! To the moon, son! To the moon! I'm debating if we need to try to go for the kill here. Like, I think we're supposed to take the Arcane Ping, right? Because they don't have Ring in play. Okay. Now we're gonna pitch. We're gonna start by pitching Rouse the Ancients. Dude, I love Miller's Grindstone. Hitting Golden Sun and milling cards off the top? Oh my gosh, dude. Bro. Miller's Grindstone? Like, whoever suggested this first, thank you. We're going all the way. We're going all the way. We're going to have to take this clip of me saying we're going all the way. Somebody, like, mark this. Like, where are we at? Where are we at? 236 in the stream. And then when I go, like, 03 into Gravy this weekend, going all the way. And then we'll just call it to Golden Millers. We're just going to, like, cut to me sitting there. Losing to Gravy Bones all weekend. We're just gonna like cut to me losing to Gravy Bones all weekend. Is one step at a time. I'm so glad that somebody knew the lyrics to that. I think I was expecting to have to play around physical there, but if I had kept the Rouse, I could have arsenaled it, right? Every day he grows closer to playing my Clash deck. Oh. Fear of those two things mixing is the worst. Yeah, I agree. I've learned to like really let go of a lot of stuff. Like even when Carly and I play Marvel Rivals now, I'm like, I don't like, I get frustrated sometimes, but I don't ever get like mad. If you guys ever run into Carly at a tournament, you'll have to ask her what my temper was like when her and I used to play Rocket League together when we started dating. Gotta build a raw Clash deck that has no win con just to get hyped up on Guardian Clashes regardless of outcome. Yo, is this actually lethal? Okay, sure. So now you go to 1 if you don't have a D-React? I was expecting D-React there. Is there a world where we just try to throw Millers as often as possible and fatigue them in this matchup? Call of Duty. Who can say more slurs and cuss words? Dude, that's facts. And that's from someone who grew up playing Call of Duty a lot. Yo, Paul, do you like Rocket League, bro? Curly and I have not played Rocket League in a long time, but admittedly, I do really like Rocket League. It's a lot of fun. Let's block 2. It's not very cash money of you. Sorry, opponent. I think I'm just going to use Tunic here when they go to do this. And we're just going to try to use the card here to rouse. Because with AB2, it's pretty unlikely that we die, right? We could also throw Macho Grande and leave AB2 floating, but I think with AB2 twice, we can't lose here. You have over 1K hours in Rocket League? So what's your peak rank in Rocket League, Paul? Because I asked that because as someone who's played a lot of Rocket League, well, what I would define as a lot of Rocket League, I peaked at like champ, the bottom of champ. Like the very bottom of like whatever the champion is. It's better to block 6 and discard fruits here. Because it means that when I throw this for 4, you can put a 3 block and go back to 1. Diamond? Dude, you made it to GC camo? That's insane. Dude, there's no shame in you only making it to diamond. I don't care what anybody says. Like, that's real. That is like, Rocket League is a tough game, bro. Rocket League is a tough game. All right. Thank you to Combat Wombat for being willing to play against us while they are at work. Thank you. Big shout out to them for being willing to do that. I think we went first, if I remember correctly, or we went second. We got the win. Miller's Grindstone milled 2 cards, 1 pulsing ether life, and 1 fruits, 1 off a golden sun to Arsenal. Miller's might be going to KC. Okay. So let's talk about a couple things here before we end the stream. Just really quick before we end the stream, just want to talk about a couple of things here. First off, guys, thanks for being here and hanging out. I really appreciate you guys helping me get over 3,500 subs on YouTube tonight. We were closing in on it, and getting over 3,500 is really awesome. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. We have changed the list around a lot. We're on Miller's Grindstone, and we're also on 2 copies of Smashing Good Time in the sideboard, which I really like a lot. It's felt pretty good. It's either consistently forcing cards, or it's going to get potions, which is awesome. And it also, like, it just forces a lot of thought from them. And it's another card that we get to sideboard into an already, like, rough-ish matchup. There is one thing I do not like about our sideboard. There is one thing I do not like about the sideboard. We do not have a Midas Touch. I am debating, is it better to play 1 Smashing Good Time, 1 Midas Touch, and then in the Verdance matchup, we would bring in 1 Trounce instead? I don't know. I don't know if that's correct or not. It's kind of what I'm thinking about here. If you guys play a lot of Guardian and you have some thoughts, let me know. I'm open to hearing other thoughts, but I think that one of Midas Touch is going to be really good. I think it's going to be really good. I would really like to be able to fit in that Midas Touch there. So, are we going to talk about grilled cheese? Yo, pause. Pause or Reno, big dog. BB was next card. Oh, you went first? Oh, dude, Christopher, was that you? Christopher, thanks for playing to me, man. I appreciate it. I know you're at work, so it means a lot. I really appreciate it. Let's see. So, yeah, I put that I went second. Okay, cool. Be good to see from the other side, for sure. Smashing is just for Verdance at the current moment. We could also play it into Dio, but I don't really think that's the game plan into Dio. Right now, it's just a sideboard card for Verdance. So, I don't know. I do want to fit 1 Midas Touch in. Thinking I was able to record the game, forgetting you're streaming. Yeah, you can see it from my end for sure. What are you playing Crush the Week against? Thinking that maybe the matchups that don't need help. So I'm personally on Crush the Week because I like it against Slippy. It forces blocks against Slippy, Mario, Syndra. It does have play into Acilio. It does have play into like other random matchups here and there. When am I running Tunic? I'm running Tunic, I think, just into Verdance. We might run Tunic into Gravy Bones, though, for like We might run Tunic into Gravy Bones and just run triple pummel and try to high roll. Might be the plan. I don't know. We'll have to like test the Gravy matchup and see what we can do this week. So anyway, it is 9:45. I'm going to take a small break. For anybody who does not know, I am about to be on the Card Guys stream here in just a minute with Josh Lau and Damien from the Card Guys. So if you want to come see more Victor gameplay, come hang out as we teach Josh how to play Victor and clash his way to victory, I think is what he said on his stream. So I'm pretty excited. Should be a lot of fun. Come hang out and check that out here in just a few minutes. If you do not have a link to the video, I assume if you guys watch me, you also watch the Card Guys. The Card Guys are much more popular than I am. They have, excuse me, they have a lot of viewership in the space. Just in case, here is the video link in case you guys are looking to hop over there and do that. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Have a good night, and we'll be back tomorrow playing more Victor for Kansas City. Take it easy, guys. Kyle requested 5 subs of water. Fucking weeb. It was not water. That was not water.
Oh, here, have some water.
I was lied to. The lies. Yo, only 4 cups? Listen at this man. That is 4 full cups, Cusco. This fucking guy, bro. This fucking guy. What? Rookie numbers? Bro, Cusco's out here. Look, this motherfucker's just sitting over there with a pot of sauce going, oh yeah, I'm stirring that shit up, baby. I'm stirring it up. Oh my God, we're going crazy tonight. This is as close as I'm ever going to get to going Super Saiyan right now. So I just need you all to know how, back-to-back Command & Conquer Pummel turns in back-to-back games! Ah! And you know what? Just like Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm not fucking leaving! That's right!